Now that we have all the participants here, we're going to begin the opening ceremony. Good morning. I am from KEI. I am Kang. Hello, everyone. Before we move on to the opening remarks, I'd like to make some housekeeping announcements. We had a very unfortunate event happening in Itaewon, and we had some people who died in the stampede, and there were also those who were injured. So we would like to spend some time to think about them. And now let's move on to the opening ceremony. This conference is co-hosted by KEI, Center for Environmental Information of North Korea, and the Humanities Korea Plus National Strategies Research Project Agencies at HUFS, and Institute for International Relations at Busan University of Foreign Studies. We would like to begin today's academic conference. Now for the opening remarks, we are going to ask Mr. Kang, head of HK+ at HUFS, Center for International Area Studies.
So I will take my mask off first. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming a long way at this early hour. Honorable President Chang Heung, President Hoon, and distinguished guests. Hello, my name is Kang. I'm the head of the HUFS Foreign Studies Center for International Area Studies, HK National Strategies Research Project Agency. This meeting is hosted by the HUFS Center for International Area Studies, HK National Strategies Research Project Agency, and KEI, Center for Environmental Information of North Korea, and Bufs. The overarching theme is Border and Environment, Supra-Natural Cooperation and Communication for Reaching Carbon Neutrality. I'm very happy to welcome you all. Us three institutions are all striving to research into very important themes against the fast-changing global environment and to raise Korea's prestige and to create a better future for the future generations. Environment, climate, transnational cooperation, and communication are some of our major research agendas. These days, humanity is going through very significant changes due to climate change and other ensuing impacts. The COVID-19 pandemic that we have went through over the past several years may also be an unfortunate byproduct of this change. Such change and hardship have made us realize how rare and valuable our ordinary lives were when we had taken that for granted, actually. We carry the responsibility to inherit a happy life and a beautiful world to our future generations and to create a better future for them. Environment preservation, carbon neutrality, and sustainable development will be at the center of our efforts, and we have to commit to these causes as we work into the future. The overarching theme for today's conference is border and environment, supernatural cooperation, and communication. These border, energy security, inter-Korean cooperation, and other efforts and cooperation that are taking place across the world would be some topics that we will be touching on today through in-depth discussions. I would like to once again thank all of our distinguished guests for being here despite their very busy schedule. In particular, I would like to thank our foreign scholars, our foreign guests, for coming all the way here to Busan. So my special thanks goes to our foreign VIPs once again. And I would also like to thank our co-hosts, especially President Hoon of the Korea Environment Institute and the staff members, and President Chang Heung of the Busan University of Foreign Studies and Director Hwang Yong-ju also. So with that express of gratitude, I would like to officially announce the opening of the Border and Environment Supernatural Cooperation and Communication for Reaching Carbon Neutrality Academic Conference hosted by HUFS, KEI, and Busan University of Foreign Studies. So with that, I would like to officially announce our Academic Conference 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mask off before I start moderating. Thank you very much, President Chang. And next, I would like to invite President of Busan University of Foreign Studies, Mr. Chang Heung, for his welcome speech.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
반갑습니다. 저는
Nice to meet you.
한국에 장 소개받은
As introduced,
부산외국어대학
I am Chang Heung, President of Busan University of Foreign Studies. Welcome to today's conference co-hosted by KEI Center for Environmental Information of North Korea, Humanities Korea Plus, National Strategies Research Project Agencies of HUFS, and Institute for International Relations of Bufs, held under the theme of Border and Environment, Supra-National Cooperation and Communication for Reaching Carbon Neutrality. I'd like to thank everyone for your presence. Welcome. I'd like to also extend special welcome to Mr. Lee Chang-hoon, President of KEI, Mr. Kang Jun-young, Head of Humanities Korea Plus, National Strategies Research Project Agencies, as well as the panelists who have come all the way to Korea from Japan, China, Russia, and the Netherlands. I would like to thank all the foreign scholars for coming here. Also, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all the staffers for bringing together today's conference. Especially, I would like to thank Professor Hwang Young-ju for the efforts. The overall theme of today's conference is Border and Environment, Supranational Cooperation and Communication for Reaching Carbon Neutrality. And we have also prepared sub-sessions on green growth, inter-Korean collaboration, energy security, and carbon neutrality. These are undoubtedly the most urgent global issues which requires the whole world to deliberate on together. In particular, as a nuclear engineer myself, I have been interested in this topic throughout my academic career. I hope that the distinguished experts here could engage in passionate discussion on carbon neutrality, green growth, and energy security, and come up with better opportunities for the humanity. Just to add on, carbon neutrality and climate change have been our focus, and of course these are important topics. I went to Pohang several days ago. Well, I went to Pohang to restore some damages caused by the typhoon. And Korea is a country where there are lots of typhoons, and it's important to not only respond to the climate changes, but also to prevent climate change-induced events. So we have to be thoroughly prepared for the typhoons and the inundations going forward. And we are already seeing the effects of climate change happening. So again, we need to go beyond simply preventing these events, and we need to actively respond to them. Carbon neutrality continues to be important. But it's important to think about how to respond to these changing developments.
최근에 우크라이나 사태를
Also,
보게
with the
되고,
Ukraine
유럽의
crisis
사태를 보면은
and what's
에너지
happening in
안보가 또
Europe,
너무 중요한
energy
것
security is
같습니다.
another important matter.
당장 탄산가스 CO2를 우리가 줄여야 되는데
Of course, we would have to reduce CO2 emissions.
정말 지금 유럽 상황을 지난 제가 이게 총장 되기 직전에 영국을 갔다 왔는데
But if you look at what's going on in Europe right now, I went to the UK before I became the president, and in Europe, the whole question is about surviving this winter
전기 부족,
because there's electricity shortage and there's the heating issues.
정말 에너지 안보.
So we have to think about energy security.
그러니까 지금 현재 CO2가 나오느냐 안 나오느냐 넘어서
And yes, of course, reducing CO2 is important, but we need energy right now. So energy security is a very urgent matter. So this is indeed a very difficult task.
에너지 안보, 환경 안보.
And we'll be talking about thus energy security and environment security today.
가장 중요한 이슈인지도 모르겠습니다.
And maybe energy security is at the heart of everything because most of the war starts because there has been some threats to energy security. But of course, we can't give up on the carbon emissions reductions and environmental protections. So we have to cover all these topics as we do in today's conference. And I believe that this is an issue that we have to all work together. And people from sociology and the political arena and the diplomatic arena would have to all join hands. We have lots of professors from HUFS and also a lot of researchers here as well. So that's all the more meaningful. And in Korea, we have only 2 universities that use the University of Foreign Studies in their names, that is HUFS and Bufs. So welcome. And I'd also like to thank the foreign scholars for being here as well. Well, I just became the president, but I realized that this mountain surrounding this university is very beautiful. And I can proudly say that this is indeed a breathtaking beauty. So I really hope that you can enjoy the deepening autumn of Busan University of Foreign Studies and Kumjang Mountain. I hope that this forum proves useful and insightful to you all. Lastly, I sincerely wish that God's blessing lies with all the presenters, discussants, and moderators. Thank you. Thank you, President. Once again, could everyone give him another big round of applause? He is a nuclear engineer, so he seems to think very deeply about the energy security, and this was indeed a very insightful comment. Thank you. Now let us welcome Mr. Lee Chang-Hoon, the president of Korean Environment Institute. Please understand that the president could not come here in person. We have prepared a video instead. And I would like to tell everyone that the video was taken before the Itaewon accident. So please take note of this. And he also wanted to add that he wants to say that his heart is with all the bereaved families and all the people who were sacrificed in the accident. Now with that, we would like to look at the video presented by the President.
안녕하세요. 한국환경연구원 원장 이창호입니다.
I'm the president of
한국환경연구원이
KEI
한국외대, 부산외대와 함께 개최하는 접경과 환경, 탄소중립을 위한 초국적 협력과 소통의 모색 2022 학술회의에 참석하신 모든 분께 환영의 말씀을 드립니다. 남북한과 인접한 국가들 간의 환경과 에너지 문제 해결을 위한 초국적 협력 가능성과 협력 방안을 논의하는 이번 학술회의에 사회, 발표, 토론으로 참석하신 모든 분야의 전문가들께 깊이 감사드립니다. 오늘날 지구촌은 기후위기와 에너지 위기에 직면해 있습니다. 기후변화에 따른 극단적 기상 현상으로 인하여 예측하지 못한 자연재난이 빈번하게 발생하고 있습니다. 지구온난화와 해수면 상승은 인류의 생존과 지속가능한 발전에 중대한 위협 요소로 작용하고 있습니다. 이와 더불어 미중 경쟁과 우크라이나 러시아 전쟁으로 인하여 촉발된 에너지 위기는 이미 경제 위기 및 사회 위기로 변화되고 있습니다. 오늘날 세계가 그리고 우리나라가 우선적으로 해결해야 할 현안입니다. 이번 회의 주제가 접경과 환경인 것처럼 기후 위기와 에너지 위기에 따른 피해는 한국과 인접한 국가를 넘어 글로벌 인류과 생태계에 영향을 미치고 있습니다. 이러한 점에서 지구촌에서 함께 살아가고 있는 인류의 지혜와 노력이 필요합니다. 남북한이 하고 있는 한반도의 경우도 예외는 아닙니다. 이번 국제학술회의에서는 한국, 일본, 중국, 러시아, 네덜란드의 환경과 에너지 전문가들이 함께하고 있습니다. 이 학술회의가 한반도와 Hk+Cias, 유럽 국가들이 직면한 기후 에너지 위기를 북한 지역의 안보
and take another step forward to contribute to sustainable cooperation between countries in the region. I would once again like to thank all of our guests today and wish you the best of luck and happiness. Thank you.
예, 고맙습니다.
Thank you very much.
그러면 이것으로 저희 그 개회식을 마치도록
With
하고요.
that, we would like to close the opening ceremony. And before we bring the ceremony to a close, I think we should take a group photo all together at the front. So we would like to invite you to come up to the stage here,
저희 패널뿐만 아니라 다
to the front of the hall. Not just the panelists, but only the panelists, excuse me.